Hi, my name is Ivana, and the island that I'm following is the Northwest Hawaiian Islands. My project is going to be on climate and how climate affects the Northwest Hawaiian Islands. Here's a map giving you an image of what the Northwest Hawaiian Islands looks like. As you can see, it's here is the main Hawaiian Islands, and here are the long chain of what makes up the Northwest Hawaiian Islands. So there's going to be a few threats that I'm going to address throughout this presentation. Three of them specifically: sea level rise, extreme weather events, and coral bleaching. Here's an image showing sea level rise, extreme weather, and what healthy and bleached coral looks like. So sea level rise, I'm going to use SLR, those acronyms to stand for sea level rise. Um, it's the result of global sea level rise is the result of global warming, and it's been really controversial as to whether or not humans have induced this issue. But basically, fossil fuels plus human and natural activities, they all release tremendous heat that traps gases into our atmosphere. And these emissions cause the Earth's surface temperature to rise. So there's three things that directly increase the level rise, and that's the thermal expansion, melting of glaciers, and polar caps, and the loss of ice from Greenland and Antarctica. So rising sea levels can inundate low-lying islands like the Northwest Hawaiian Islands. By the year 2100, it's predicted to rise at least 1 meter, maybe more. Um, the ecosystem at the National Monument in the Northwest Hawaiian Islands is at risk. Um, there's already rare and endangered plants and animals that are there in this sanctuary, which are even more vulnerable now with the rise of sea level. And the entire islands or atolls could potentially be submerged underwater. Across the Northwest Hawaiian Islands, about seven will be completely submerged with 2 or more meters of sea level rise. And sea level rise affects also wave dynamics, and the seawater will be able to easily wash over the island, causing more issues. Here's an image of an atoll in the Northwest Hawaiian Islands, and you can see how it's already how much it's already underwater. This is just an image showing where sea level might rise to in the year 2030 or the year 2050. This is extreme sea level rise, an image of that. So extreme weather, sea rising temperatures are an effect of global warming, and which is the primary cause of surface temperatures of the ocean. And it can cause extreme weather in the Northwest Hawaiian Islands and the Pacific as at large as well. Extreme weather examples include tropical cyclones, excessive rainfall, flooding, even drought, longer periods of drought. Um, climate climate changes can affect storm frequency and its magnitude, and the reason why is because, well, what happens is the warming temperature heats up the surface of the ocean, and sorry, this increases evaporation, causing more water vapor in the atmosphere, creates stronger storms and more frequent flooding. The idea that climate has affected extreme weather is controversial as well. Some people think that it's just a natural process and storms become stronger over time normally without any human um, effects. Extreme weather is particularly harmful for the Northwest Hawaiian Islands. Wave surges, high winds, and excessive rain will have drastic impacts on the fragile island atolls, and it can cause further erosion, could remove vital sandbars, and take away the home of the diverse ecosystem of the sanctuary at the monument. This is an image showing a hurricane headed towards the Hawaiian Islands. This is an image showing flooding. I think that's Rainbow Falls. So last issue or threat that I'm going to talk about that climate has an effect on the Northwest Hawaiian Islands is coral bleaching. Coral bleaching is when algae leaves the coral because it's too hot for the algae to survive. The algae and the coral have a symbiotic relationship, and what happens when the water gets warm is the algae leaves the coral and looks for cooler temperatures to live. Um, Warmer ocean surface temperatures are the primary cause of coral bleaching, and this year's El Nino has had a significant impact on the extraordinarily warm temperatures in the Northwest Hawaiian Islands as well as in the Pacific. And so far, coral bleaching has been found within the Northwest Hawaiian Islands, mostly on Liz, Liz, Lizansky Island, but also found at Midway, Pearl, and Herms atolls. Coral growth is critical in the health of reef ecosystems. Coral reefs act as natural barriers against waves and can reduce erosion as well. Um, it's caused on a Coral bleaching is caused on a global level, but it can be managed locally. So here's an image of coral bleaching and mass coral bleaching due to elevated sea temperatures. And that's my presentation. Thank you.